Hi, Virgos. Virgo season was really intense this year. I was like, oh, September is going to be this nice directional month, which it was in many ways. I think it quieted down the external drama, so everybody had to listen in. And I'm curious to see how you guys felt and experienced your birthdays. I hope they were beautiful. I hope that you had an amazing time. So we're here in October, and October comes with a whole set of exciting things. Mostly and primarily, this Venus retrograde is starting on the 6th in Scorpio, and it's going all the way until the November 16th, where it ends in Libra. Venus retrograde is a troublemaker in many ways. Venus retrograde, though, is really here to strip us back, make us focus, and take us to a very real and raw place with how we relate to others and how we've patterned in the past when it comes to how we love and how we consume, how energy is given and received. And so that's why I think people feel so intensely about it and sometimes overwhelmed by it when it shows up. Now, the energy I get for you all is really interesting because I think in some ways you'll enjoy the way the energy works with you in September, because I think you'll be able to get some things done. You'll be able to put one foot in front of the other. Now, here's the thing. You're not getting the deluge this month, but you are going to be getting steps. The next right thing, as Glennon Doyle Melton likes to say, or Glennon Doyle, she's no longer Glennon Doyle Melton. Glennon Doyle likes to say, you do the next right thing. Now, she applies that to some of the deeper spiritual angst a lot of times, when we're having one of those days. Ace of Swords popped out. Hey, Virgo. But I think you can also apply that to times in your life where you are ready to make some progressive moves. Let's see what came out. Hierophant and the Star. Ooh, Virgo, I'm liking your energy a lot this month. It's very cool. I think you've been craving just some of this energy that's like, okay, let's dive in. The thing that I admire about you guys, you're not afraid to just get in there and do the work, even, and like that applies to like, practical real world stuff. But I think you also have a fearlessness when it comes to, like soul work. Like if you know that you have an area inside of yourself where you're feeling a little bit like unworthy or frustrated or stressed, you're like, and you realize that that's like the next right thing is that you got to sit with that. The world. You're like, okay, let's do it. Okay. All right. Okay. If that's what I need to work on right now, let's do it. Like, no problem. And I have a feeling that this October is going to be one of those Octobers for you, even with this Venus retrograde, where you are able to just, how do I put this? Just dig in there. Just dig in there. And piece by piece, I think the puzzle's going to come together. But it's definitely something that kind of works day by day. It kind of works in small pieces. Page of Wands. And it can have a subtlety. Retrogrades like this, especially with super personal planets, always take down the external noise a notch in some ways. I mean, it can bring external noise. It can bring like past loves and big dramas and things like that. But I tend to find that with this, the real action is going on and where we're getting stripped back to have to look at ourselves. And half of my deck just fell in my lap. 8 of Wands. You guys, like I was saying, with your willingness to say, okay, I'll do the work. Okay. Your willingness to do that is going to serve you very well this month because you're getting a lot of positive cards. 2 of Cups, and then the Magician just fell down here. Okay, let's talk about it because seriously, this is the most focused and clear energy I have seen all month so far for all signs. And I think it's this, you are intrepid in your hunger for knowledge. You have a curiosity, Virgo, that I love, because you're just like, okay, this isn't working, or this isn't flowing in a way that I want. And instead of just being like, oh no, it's not flowing the way that I want, you are like, why? How can I address this? Look at these. Really. Come on. Ace of Swords, Hierophant, Star, World. Wow, Virgo. You have a clarity this month that helps you see the larger picture and make the incisions, the cuts, the shifts that are necessary to just go forward. You have a precision and an efficiency about you that will be quite the boon in this time collectively, where people are searching around their old wounds and dealing with that. You might be getting information very quickly at the beginning of this month. I mean, we have a new moon in Libra in your second house right near the end of the month, or the beginning of the month on the 9th, and that's right after this Venus retrograde begins. And I just feel like it's incisive, it's insightful. If you guys are feeling like you can see, because I have this feeling that you guys will be able to kind of see what everybody else is doing as far as their trials and tribulations, to be like, oh, I see what you're doing. And it may be really tempting to just like call them out and tell them like, hey, this is what you're doing, this is what you need to do. I would just take a breath or a beat before you say anything, because people are going to be very sensitive this month. And this Ace of Swords can kind of cut. And it can cut you back too, so anybody that you kind of call out, be aware they can call you out too. But here's the thing, you get that Ace of Swords, but it's leading to something new. It's leading to something new that's beyond what you have done before. It's like offers, it's openings. Now, if it has to do with a partnership, which, you know, with these two energies right here, Hierophant, Star, this can be about partnership. Take your time, build it slow, watch, pay attention, observe. Anybody that's coming in close to you, even if it's not a romantic partnership, with the energies the way they are, it's just a good time. People show you who they are no matter what time of year it is, whether it's Venus retrograde or direct or whatever. People will show you who they are, and you guys are very observational, so I don't really worry. You pay attention to the details. Whether or not you actually intake it because you guys are big romantic giving heart people is another question. But I would advise just watch and pay attention. This is positive energy though. This is energy of getting that commitment, that opening, that next level, that next opportunity showing up. Now this is fixed energy. This is slow moving energy. This is energy that does things with deliberate care and intent. So anything that may be starting to show up that has this amazing energy to it, and by the way, we can't forget about this world, but we'll talk about that in a second, takes a little bit of time to fully arrive. It can take a couple of months for it to fully solidify. I especially say with the star, you know, the star is that wish card. It is getting what you want. It is connecting with what you want. But the star always demands a sacrifice. And that sacrifice is your comfort zone. That sacrifice is an old pattern. That sacrifice is that you have to go beyond the known. So whenever it shows up, it's this point where you get to decide where you want to put your foot. Now, because you have the Hierophant here, this is well-established energy. This is energy that sticks out the long haul. It is commitment energy. It is very much about commitment energy, and it is very much about something that you can see and experience in the physical world. Now, it's all tied up for you Virgos with this energetic cycle that has been working with you probably for a little while. The world energy is always there when it is heralding. It is the flag. It is the symbol of like, oh, something's ended. Oh, this is the last lap in this particular mode. So get ready, because the next thing that's coming, we've already got it lined up. You're already on that train. You're already on that boat. You're already halfway across the water. Maybe you don't even realize that you have already traversed that much territory, but now you're over there. So you may be surprised when you think, oh, things are just moving along the way they always move. Nothing's really that different. You may be surprised to realize that you've actually moved quite a lot, and that where you thought you were, you're actually much further along than you thought. The time and energy is working very differently in October, and it can kind of mess with your sense of like, what is progress and where really am I on this timeline, on this scale? So the more you can kind of just relax and not put a value on it, the better. But the thing with you Virgos is that this month you guys are just crisp. In a good way, like crisp, like a freshly ironed shirt. Look at this. Page of Wands, 8 of Wands, 2 of Cups, Magician. Are you kidding me? There is something really beautiful coming in to light up your life. Something that you did not expect. Page of Wands always heralds movement. 8 of Wands sweeps you away with it. There's momentum behind this. This is something that's been building for a while. As swift and as in the moment as it may feel, it's something that you've been asking for and thinking about for a while. And suddenly it's here. Now, once again, my caution is always, with a Venus retrograde, truly, watch and pay attention to everybody around you. Just observe behavior patterns. Observe how people do things. Observe the people who are a little flaky or a little inconsistent. Observe the people who show up time and again. Observe, 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 and act accordingly. Now, I have the sense that there are people you're going to be observing who are quite consistent. Because this 2 of Cups is about balance. Give and receive. Flow. Now, one of the lessons that's coming up for Virgo with this Venus retrograde is, are you overgiving? Are you undergiving? Where are you reserving yourself and holding back and holding your cards to your chest? And where are you giving away all your power? You may find there are people coming in to help you clarify that. And you may find that some of them do come from your past, and some of them may be moving forward with you into the future with that star, Hierophant world energy. And the goal for you is it's a little bit of a house of mirrors, because you're going to want to pay attention to which one is which. We get very confused in this world about which one is which. This isn't just romantic partnerships. This plays out in so many different things, but romantic partnerships tends to be where it really shows itself. We get very confused about which person is there to teach us about overgiving and which person is there to teach us about balance. We think that those ones that teach us about where we've overused our batteries are our deepest loves, when in fact the ones that are a little quiet and a little more understated are the ones that are helping us out. You just want to pay attention, because this Magician is a surprise trickster. Magician is a manifester, right? We get what we want. We get what we ask for. We're very deliberate in our asking. And by the way, we have a full moon in Taurus on the 24th, which is going to be beautiful for you, fellow earth sign energy, lighting up the sky, illuminating your path forward, illuminating with clarity what you need to do, where you want to take this next. But the Magician is a little bit of the fox, the coyote, the raven. He gives you what you ask for very precisely. And it's always that, well, you asked for it, trickster energy. So, the Magician is beautiful. It's empowered energy. It's tricky though. When you have if you have the star, the Magician, the world, and the Hierophant in your hands, and you have that power, you can manifest quickly. 6 of Cups. Oh my gosh, this card is coming up. There's that which one is which. Which one is a past pattern? Which one is a forward motion? 6 of Cups is beautiful, right? People coming back from our past, reconciliations happening, deja vu, nostalgia, all these beautiful things. But it is also that looking back over old patterns. And everybody's doing that this month. Everybody. You guys, because you have this electricity, because you have this, let's get in there and parse it out and do the work and get it done and have each step-by-step point made clear to me, you have an empowered stance this month. You have an empowered way of seeing and doing. It could give you a false sense of confidence and trip you up. About three-fourths of the way through the month. So, keep an eye out. Use that very smart, precise ability to see and perceive. Use it this month. Just use it and you'll be so entertained. And also you'll come out with so much clarity and all this good stuff that's wanting to come in. You can strain out all the noise and just leave with the goodie bag. And that's what we want for our Virgos this month. So I hope this was helpful. I love you all so much. Always interesting tapping into your energy. I so appreciate you guys because when I tap into your energy, it's like, oh yeah, we can handle this. Oh yeah, we got this. It's all good. And I need that in my life. So I'm so grateful for you all because you're like, oh yeah, well, let's just like think of the next logical thing and like let's pay attention and let's just put our foot there. It's like, okay, let's. You can find me on Instagram at @SARAHTAROT. I would love to see you over there. I still do private readings. You just want to plan a little bit ahead and book a little bit ahead. So I'll leave my website so you can do that below in the description box. I'm wearing PinkLune's gorgeous jewelry. I'm so lucky to have somebody who makes this handmade, very ethically sourced, love-filled jewelry. 15% off. I'll leave that all below. I love you all so much. I'll see you in November. And thank you for being you.